Hello and welcome. My name is Anita Avalos, and thank you so much for stopping by the Reclaim Your Magic registration page. I'm thrilled that you are here and that you want to learn more about this new amazing group experience. Now, my goal today in this video is to share with you a little bit more about this program, how it originated, and for you to see if it's indeed the right fit for you at this time. Now, I have been a coach for well over a decade, and as you may or may not know, the majority of my work has centered around helping women have a peaceful and pleasurable relationship with food, to finding freedom around it, to break free from diet culture, and to just really be able to enjoy their bodies and to enjoy food again. Now, what I have found though, in over the decade that I have done this work, is that when I start with working with women, yes, we definitely talk about food and movement is a big part of that and the relationship to both. But as we start doing the work, what we find is at the core of why the relationship with their bodies feels so fractured is really about doing some deep soul work. So the work actually becomes really around that. Like, how can a woman get back in touch with not only her body's wisdom, which has probably felt very hard to be in touch with after so many years of being stuck in the whole dieting cycle, but also, and perhaps even more importantly, how they can reclaim their souls so that they can truly live the lives that they desire, go for the things that light them up, to have more pleasure and self-expression and freedom in the world. And that is what makes the work so exciting to do. So in this program, Reclaim Your Magic, that's really what we're going to focus on, is these two main pillars. Because maybe you're here because you do feel like your relationship with body and food isn't where you want it to be. Or perhaps that doesn't feel like something that's an issue for you, but there's something inside of you that feels like it needs to be enlivened. Maybe things have felt dull, or you felt you're just really not connected with your heart's desires, and you're looking for a reawakening around that and to reconnect with that. I know that feeling too. I've been on both sides of that. And that is what Reclaim Your Magic really focuses on in these two pillars. On one, we look at how to have a sense of embodiment and a connection to your sacred body wisdom. That was my mentor, Mark David, that first put me in touch with that term embodiment. I don't even think before I heard that. I hear the term so much now, and I love that we're acquainted with the idea of what it means to live embodied. But it was Mark that really shared with me as we studied this work and as I studied with him, that the number one way to heal body image and how we feel about ourselves is to truly embody, i.e., to be fully in our bodies, in all of our senses, to be present now in the body we have, instead of hoping for something else different in the future. Turns out that embodiment leads to so much other satisfaction, not just with how we feel about our body, but really our whole life gets turned on. It's like the lights get turned on to our life. So embodiment is so important. Connecting with sacred body wisdom, right? How do we trust our bodies again? How do we find that sacred partnership with our bodies that is so vital? This component and this framework and thinking about our bodies as the wise consort, as our true companions, as our loving partners, this makes all the difference. So that is part of it. But then we have this whole other pillar, this whole other world that we're working with, and that is connection to our soul, doing that soul work to the wise and wild soul. Now behind me is this poster from Women Who Run with Wolves. So, and here is my OG copy. You can see it is very well worn. Now, this book and this woman, Dr. Estes, changed my life. Are one of the fundamental, bodies of work and people who changed my life. So you will, if you're not familiar with this book, you will become, because it is going to be interwoven into the work that we do in Reclaim Your Magic in a big way. This work was so profound for me that I went on to study with Dr. Estes in Colorado and become a facilitator, trained and certified facilitator of her work, because it has been so pivotal in my soul work and my embodiment as a woman and as a coach and as someone who is hopefully out here helping you heal and empower yourself on your healing journey. So this will be a big part of the work. So these are the two main aspects of Reclaim Your Magic. So how do you know if Reclaim Your Magic is for you? Well, perhaps you have felt disconnected to your body. You've not felt at home in your body. You feel like you can't really trust your body, maybe from past trauma, or just being stuck in a culture that tells us that our entire goal as women is to shrink, be small, just be pretty and cute. That whole philosophy, perhaps that has made you feel disconnected from your body. Reclaim Your Magic is for you also if you feel like there's been these desires that you've had, these longings that you have, that at one point you were so connected to. And I think we are all really connected to, really, when we were children, when being in our magical world and our magical thinking was encouraged. We thought, family thought it was cute, and all of that. And then as we got older, we were told to change our body, change our mind, and, get logical and let go of all of our quote unquote magical thinking. And perhaps along the way, you've lost that. You've been living your life for other people. And there's something inside of you that knows that now is the time to get back to you, to what you truly desire and want. And you're looking for a way to do that. You're looking for a way to do that. Then Reclaim Your Magic is for you. Reclaim Your Magic is going to be for you also if you're someone who wants something other than a cookie cutter program. You're a little more mystical. You're a little bit more woo. You love a little astrology. You love oracle cards. You want other ways to create change in your life other than just facts and a set process. You love rituals. You love ways to bring the magic fully into your life. This program is going to be for you. I don't even want to say program. I want to say experience and journey. And this is also for you if you're someone who knows that there is a value in community, right? Because I love coaching one-on-one. I absolutely do. It's one of my favorite things in the world. And, meeting with clients week after week for a set container of time and helping them evolve and change until they feel like, okay, I feel empowered on my journey to go at this alone. I love that. But also I know that there is so much power when we connect in community, even if it's virtually speaking, that when a group of women, especially, can connect to one another and share stories and share insight and share support, there's something about the power in numbers that happens that really magnifies the magic, really magnifies the magic. So that is a little bit about what Reclaim Your Magic is. Now, I'm going to tell you something really special. This is the very first time that this program and this form has ever existed. Okay. In the past, I've done programs and stuff around body wisdom, body freedom, feeling embodied and changing your connection with food. And I've run workshops around Women Who Run with Wolves and done that live and virtually, and it's been amazing. And of course, soul work and magic work has always been a part in some degree to my practice. And I have a pleasure path retreat in Italy that's coming back this year in 2024. And we definitely integrated in, an experience called pleasure path. Hello. Right. But I wanted to find a way and a container and a experience to kind of bring all of these things together, and kind of a magic cauldron and stir the pot and watch what beauty and magic could arise from that. What if I could put all of these amazing learnings into this cauldron and see what would be created for women like you who feel called to more, who want more, who desire more, who just know from that tap inside, that longing inside, that there is something that has felt a little bit lost, but you are ready to reclaim it. Because I believe you already have it within you. We all have it within us. We're all whole, amazing beings. But there are definitely, either cultural messages that we get from the world telling us that our bodies aren't good enough, we're not good enough, our beauty is not enough, it's not right in some way, our desires, especially as women, don't have a place at the table. Either we're told that from the culture or, just the existence of being a human, especially of being a woman in this world, right, can sort of rip at that and take at that and pull pieces of that apart. Maybe from past traumas, maybe from past relationships, maybe from dreams that you had to put on the shelves to take care of somebody else or a pressing need, but it's still there for you way in the back, but you want to bring it forward. That is what Reclaim Your Magic is all about. The idea is to reclaim. It is already yours. You are entitled to it. It's just about paving the way back to getting that. So we do this through 11 magical weeks together. And you can read more about it below and kind of see more of a breakdown. Through 11 magical weeks, we are going to do this together to, get clear on our why, to create the container, because we do, magic of all kinds needs a container in which to be in. And so we're going to create that together, excavate what was, lying beneath, get clear on how this started for us, where your story started, and bring that to the surface in a loving and gentle way. And then start to work within these two pillars of sacred body wisdom and embodiment practices, and also looking at the wise and wild soul. Dr. Estes talks about not only the wild woman archetype, but the wise woman archetype, that both the wild and the wise soul lives within us. And how can we reconnect her? She's ready for us. She wants us to, and she's calling for us to. And so it is really our duty to do that. And when we can do that, we live lives that feel on purpose, aligned, soulful, pleasurable, free. So we will do that within these 11 magical weeks. And as I was saying, since this is the first time this is happening, it's really special because you're going to kind of be part of the process of letting me know what you might want more of, where we need to maybe add an extra video or lesson to help enhance that. And you're also going to have lifetime access to this. So as it changes and morphs over time, which anything does, right? We just always try to make things the best that they can, but then over time, naturally, things get added, things get enhanced. You will be forever part of this group. So you're sort of part of this launching pad into Reclaim Your Magic, but you'll always be part of this magical circle and sisterhood the circle will start with us and then expand over time. And you'll always be part of it. So you can always come back to it. Just like I've always come back to this book and been, many different versions of myself, always me, but different, different lives and many, many lives in one lifetime. You can come back to it and revisit the material, hop on live calls, all of that, and be part of it. Extra bonus here is that if you register before February 14th, I think that's the date we're going to have as sort of a cutoff, you will also get, not as to register, but to have this extra bonus, you'll get a private coaching session with me, a 60-minute coaching session with me one-on-one, so we can sort of talk about where you're at, what you're looking to focus on, and have that work in connection with the Reclaim Your Magic experience. And of course, a community that you can be a part of. Because I want you to also feel like you can lean on one another for insight and information. I am not, Moses on the mountain with all the answers. There are so many beautiful answers and insights that each of you have. And so you'll have an opportunity to share that with one another and not on Facebook. Because I know so many of us are trying to move away from Facebook. So I hope that this gives you some insight into Reclaim Your Magic, what it's about. And if it's speaking to you, if this is feeling like a stirring inside and you feel your heart kind of leaning in, you feel yourself sort of leaning into like, yes, I want that. Yes, this is something that really speaks to me. You are looking for not only a change in how you think, feel, and experience your body in this world, but also how you connect with, listen to, engage with, and feel rapport with your soul, because the body and the soul work in tandem, they work together. And our body is this wonderful instrument and tool, which the soul can speak through and let us know. And then the body can take in all the love and beauty that happens in this world and feed it back into the soul. And as they work together, that's how we know, through both of the wisdom of the body and the soul, when we are aligned, when we are where we need to be. So if intuition sounds good to you, be feeling confident in your intuition and your intuitive hunches, and just moving through the world feeling less scared and more guided, right? We're always going to have fear, but how do we move through that to really be in alignment with what we want? Then I think this is exactly what you are going to, you're going to get so much out of it. It's right on purpose for you. It's right there for you, my friend. All right. I think I've shared enough. I've talked your ear off. Thank you for getting this far. Listen, read more about the description. We have an early bird payment plan. And we have payment plans within that, right? So even if you've missed the early bird and you're watching this late, we still have a pay in full, a 3 payment, and a 4 payment option for you. So I really want to make this accessible to as many women as possible. And let me know if you have any other questions. You can email me. I'll have my email below, but it's anita@anitaavalos.com. You can email me if you have questions about the program. And let's get started on reclaiming your magic this year at this time. I am so excited to go on this journey with you. I can't wait to begin. And thank you for being here. Bye for now.